What's up, everybody, and thank you for listening to Mastering the Mindset. My name is Dariusdotch, and I'm an actor, hip-hop artist, and fitness and life coach. And I'm here to personally help you train and improve your mindset so that you can, 1, become the best version of yourself mentally, and 2, gain focus and motivation to be able to take action and achieve the success in life that you want and deserve. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel, and at the end of this episode, if you liked it, please share it with a friend or a loved one or someone who would benefit from hearing this message. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm ready to go on this journey with you, and that journey begins now. All right, and welcome back to yet another episode. Thank you so much for being here. Today, we're going to talk about how to push through when it gets tough, when things get hard. Let's talk about how to stop giving up, in particular, how to stop giving up on yourself. The one person you need to really be following through for is yourself. And unfortunately, it's the person we tend to not follow through for the most. We all do it. We all done been there, done that. And today I'm going to give you 3 tips that's going to help you to push through, to keep going when you have those moments when you feel like giving up. So many times we start something, then we stop. We start this thing and then we stop the thing we started. We start another thing, a new thing, and we stop. And if you started something, whatever that thing is, a business, a health goal, a project, an idea you had, if you started something, you went into it with the intention of finishing it. You thought to yourself that whatever that thing is, if you do it, it'll make life better for you or for other people in some kind of way. You started it with the intention of finishing it. You didn't start with the intention to start it and then leave it alone and never complete it. So the question is, why did you give up? Why did you quit? And the answer is easy. It's because that's exactly what it is. Easy. It's easy to give up. It's easy to quit. The easiest thing to do. It don't require anything from you. You just stop doing it. It ain't that we stopped caring about it. We just took the easy route and we stopped. And I want you to think about this. If you never stopped that thing you started, if you never gave up on whatever you had those intentions on finishing, imagine where you would be right now. Right now, how different things would be. That business, that project, that career, that move to a different state. How different would your life be right now? But what happens is things get hard, it gets difficult, and then we give up. We don't have the energy for it. We don't feel like doing it. It becomes inconvenient. And the thing is, the thing we all know is no great life is built the easy way. When you think of folks who you admire the most, the people who you wish you had the kind of life they have, they usually been through a lot or had to bust their ass to get it, or a combination of both, right? They had a hard path. And you don't listen to this kind of podcast if you want to take the easy route. You just don't. You know that you want life to be different. You know that you want to be the kind of person who takes your own path in your own hands, who takes control for yourself. You want to get better at taking action. You want to work on yourself to create a life you want in the future. And you've heard me say this plenty of times on here, but your life can either be hard now and easy later, or easy now and hard later. Because life will be hard at some point. You can either choose to make it hard now or choose to make it hard later. And again, I'm always going to use a fitness example, but working out is hard. It is. It's hard to go to the gym when you don't feel like going. It's hard to have a diet and eat right. It's hard to stay consistent. But making it hard now, later down the road, maybe you avoid health problems, heart problems. You'll be able to play with your grandkids because you took care of your body. You won't be forced to change your eating habits because of your health. That's the easy part that comes later. The easy part now will be to not go to the gym. Not working out is easy as hell. Eating whatever you want, regardless of it being healthy or not, is easy. So which one do you choose? And again, you're the kind of person who's listening to this podcast. You've taken the hard route plenty of times to be able to have it easy later. And I know you can look around at people in your life and you know they took the easy route back then. And you can see how it's manifested in their lives. You can see how it's harder on them right now. It's easy to take the easy route in life. And right now is when people start to feel it. Right around the age we're at now, people start to realize that they don't necessarily like where life is for them. And we're really at a point where we need to be making decisions for our lives down the road. We ain't in our teens or our early 20s no more, right? We just don't have that time to mess around. Life can be hard now, putting in the work, making the sacrifices, making sure that it'll be easier in the future, or it can be easy now, doing nothing, quitting, giving up, not taking action, and hard on you later. And usually when it's harder later, it's a different kind of hard. Making a sacrifice right now is hard. Like, for example, going to school, staying up late, study for an exam, writing those long essays, deciding not to go party because you know you have homework to do. That's the hard now, while you were in school. But the hard later, if you decided to take the easy route and not do all that stuff, well, the hard later is way different. Maybe you don't have the job you wanted. You have a bunch of student loans with no degree to show for it. You flunked out. You work in a minimum wage job. You feel stuck in life. That's a way different kind of hard, and that's going to last a much longer time. So which one do you choose? Right now, in this moment right now, you are the youngest you will ever be again. Let me say it again. You are the youngest you'll ever be again. So we can sit here and say, oh, I wish I would have did that thing 5 years ago. Well, you didn't. Do it now. The best time to do it was back then. The second best time is right now. You can't go back. You can't go back and decide you want to be healthy, or that you want to have a better mindset, or that you want to become more disciplined or be more resilient to work on that relationship with that family member. You can't go back, but you can do it right now. You can choose the hard right now and make it easier down the road for you. So let's get into it. I'm going to give you 3 tips to help you push through, to help you keep going when it gets tough. So number 1 is to train yourself for what's hard. The more you learn to push past those mental barriers, the easier it becomes to continue to do it in other areas in life. It's always you versus you. And the you you're against is the you inside your head. And it's talking you out of any and everything. It's trying to make you sit around and do nothing. It's wanting you to eat those Oreos instead of eating something healthy. It's wanting you to spend the whole day watching Netflix instead of working on that thing you have to work on. You versus you. That voice that tells you to just do it tomorrow is not a big deal. And that goes for any and everything, right? One of the things I'm getting better at and working on is the little things that take less than 5 minutes to do. And as soon as they come up, I just do it. If it's going to take 5 minutes or less, I try to just do it now. Now, the inner voice tells me I can do it later. I can do it in an hour. I can do it after I get home. But if I allow my inner voice to continue to win, it's only going to get stronger. It's only going to make it that much harder to push back against it when you have more important things to do. If I can't overcome that inner voice right now, if I don't train myself now with the little things, how am I going to be equipped to mentally push past when the stakes are higher, right? When it's more important and it'll take way more than 5 minutes. You can imagine how much stronger that voice is going to be for those moments, right? And the thing is, it's never going to go away. It's always going to be there. It's just part of human nature. But the more you can train yourself to fight against it, the better you'll be at it. It's the mental gym you need to be a member of. I like that one. That voice is going to tell you not to go to the gym, to not make those cold calls if you have a sales job, to put off sending those emails, to hit that snooze button 4 times, to staying up late when you should go to bed. So many times that little voice wins, but we have to push back. And the more you do it, the stronger you'll be at it. Which brings me to the next one, which is number 2. Do what needs to be done regardless of how you feel. What's up, what's up, what's up? I want to take a quick moment to say thank you so much for listening to this episode, and to also let you know that this podcast is 100% donation driven, which means it's completely funded by you, the listener. So if you like the content I have to offer, I would love it if you can make a donation and you get to pick the amount. I left links in the description of the video as well as my homepage. You can choose which way benefits you the best to donate. And if you need more options, please feel free to email me at dariusdotch@gmail.com. That's dariusdotch@gmail.com. Again, thank you so much for being here, and let's get back to it. Do what needs to be done regardless of how you feel, aka stay consistent. Focus on having that consistent effort. success doesn't happen right away. It takes time. It won't come tomorrow. It won't come instantly. We have to stay consistent. If we can just keep walking that path of self-development, if we can just keep working on chipping away at those goals, if we can just keep making strides, taking steps, eventually we will be where we want to be. And the key is to do it, to work at it regardless of how you feel. Whatever that thing is you're working towards, it ain't easy. If it was easy, it wouldn't be something you would be working towards because it'll be done already. Everybody would have done it, right? And if it ain't easy, that means it's challenging, and challenging things will bring a lot of those days when your mind, your body will try and give you all these reasons why you don't want to do it right now. All the excuses in the world as to why you don't feel like it. And we know those feelings can feel justified too, right? Like right now, it was opening night for Shane, the show I'm understudying at the Guthrie. And right now, sitting at my desk doing this. And you know what I would rather be doing on a Friday afternoon, a few hours before opening? Not this. Relaxing, enjoying the sun. It's Friday, just got home from the gym. I stopped by Target on the way home, and I could be in the closet right now getting my opening night outfit together, because that's my ritual. I always make sure I put on some threads for opening night. But here I am doing what needs to be done regardless of how I feel. Because I know eventually the more I build up this muscle, the habit of putting in the work and resisting the urge to do something else, when I do get to that level I'm striving for, like I said, the stakes are going to be higher. I have a lot more listeners. I have a lot more people I'll be reaching. I have a lot more going on than what I do right now. And again, that voice never goes away. So it's going to be there. But if I'm starting now, doing what needs to be done, regardless of how I feel, when I eventually get to that point, whenever or wherever it may be, with whatever the thing I happen to be working on at that time, it'll be easier to just get my ass up and do it. We have to be consistent. And the days you don't feel like doing it are actually the most important days. They really are. If you can do it when you don't feel like it and get it done, it's only going to lead to you having momentum, a boost of momentum on the days you actually do feel like doing it. Doing what you said you were going to do, even when you don't feel like it, it builds confidence in you because you're showing up for yourself. And by making a habit of that, when you go after another goal or tackle another project, you'll have a belief in yourself that you actually can get it done. And there ain't going to be no doubt about it. And at the end, it just feels good, right? You're always happy you got it done once you finish it. You showed up for yourself, right? Show up for yourself day in and day out and just do it. Get past that mental barrier. Don't wait for motivation. Like I always say, motivation is constantly fleeting. You have less and less of it from the time you get it until it's gone. It always leaves 100% of the time. And studies actually show the most of your motivation actually comes from when you're already doing something. The action that you take actually gives you motivation the majority of the time. It comes after you actually start. So take action today. That's what matters the most. So that's 2. Do what needs to be done regardless of how you feel. And 3, and I say this all the time, but have a strong enough why. Wanting to make more money is not a strong enough why. It just ain't. Wanting to have a beach body ain't a strong enough why. Wanting to be good at something, it's not a strong enough why. If you want to build your business because you want to make more money and that's it, dig deeper. Why do you want more money? So you can live better? Why? So life can be easier? Why? So you can provide for your kids all the things you never had when you were a child? Why? Because you want to be a good role model for your kids so they can see you working towards something. And when they get older, they'll have the same thing instilled in them and hopefully pass it down to their kids. And your family will be a successful family and be better off than they've ever been in the past. Now, ain't that a better why than I want to make more money? Which one do you think is going to get you out of bed on those days you feel like hitting that snooze button 15 times? When you set a goal, set your why. A deep-seating thing that's deep down inside you as to why you're going after that thing. And why? And I want you to remember this. When your why is strong enough, the how will reveal itself. When your why is strong enough, the how will reveal itself. It's hard as hell to be driven and consistent as it is, and it's that much harder when you don't have a strong enough why. If your why is to make more money, that can mean anything. You can win a lottery. You can gamble. You could sell Bitcoin. You can have a garage sale. But if you want to be a good role model for your kids so they can instill that in their kids and have success and drive and have that passed down from generation to generation, well, that's a very specific thing that you need to do mentally and a very specific person you have to become, right? A big difference. So when you have those moments, those days you don't feel like putting in the work, remember your why. Allow that to push you, to help you keep taking those steps, to help you keep going, to get you to that breakthrough. So that's what I got for you today. If you like this episode, please share it with somebody that can benefit from this, somebody who is a friend or a family member, somebody who has goals and is trying to improve their lives. So thank you again, and let's get it in.